Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Victory Fuel Cup Series here at Martinsville Speedway, presented by Full Throttle Television. My name's Brody Hanna. In the booth tonight with me is Tony Solari, as always. And Tony, we are setting the championship for tonight here at Martinsville. It's going to be a really interesting, really fun night for us. Kind of a tense and exhausting night maybe for some of the drivers out there here at Martinsville. 250 laps to survive around Martinsville Speedway to get to the race for the championship.
Yep, long road for some guys, and we're going to get to the points, but yeah, it's going to be a long road for some of those guys to kind of make up that last spot. We got 3 open spots right now for that final 4 going into the championship next week, and I know some guys, they're saying prayers, keeping their fingers crossed, biting their nails, and it's going to be kind of like that in the booth too. So it's going to be kind of fun to kind of see how this plays out tonight.
What a track to come to have to set the championship for tonight for these guys. This is going to be a very exciting but also very tense night of racing for some of these guys trying to get the championship race here tonight at Martinsville. Again, 250 laps. The stage is at lap 65. We'll look at all of that in a minute, but let's start with the top. The top story is the playoffs. Let's look at these playoff standings coming into Martinsville. Kevin Ruff in good position. The only one locked in, though. He's the only one of the top 8 that are comfortable here tonight, because Brandon Fetterplace, while he's 24 points above the cutoff line, he is only 2 points behind the ahead of the 2 cars that are behind him. He could easily find himself out here if somebody below the cut line wins, and that is always a big if. But if you look at the guys below the cutoff line, Richie Coy's really good here. Daniel Simmons is really good here. Bob's really good anywhere we go, but he's going to be coming from the back. And unfortunately, I think Jeff Chandler is going to be out tonight due to sickness. So, but those 3 guys below the cutoff line have got to worry those 3 guys that are above.
Yeah, and they got kind of a tall road to climb too, and it's I think Richie's 22 points out right now. So somebody like Richie, Robert, and Daniel, they're going to have to try to win, or they're going to have to maximize their stage tonight and just try to get that advantage. Especially too, we only have 19 people that I'm looking on track right now, so there's not going to be very many places to actually make up some of that point deficit on track. So some of these guys, they're going to have to come in. They're going to have to maybe play a little rough, but not too rough, and get this win.
Well, that is the playoff points. If you switch over to the C-season points, only 2 races left there as well. And we've got a tie at the top of those points. I mean, the things are just getting so tight up towards the top. You got Nick Alford, Brandon Fetterplace tied for the lead in the points in the C-season. And not only are those guys worried about the playoffs, they also have to worry about the C-season points as well. So, I mean, that's another storyline. Those guys are going to be fighting for both of these tonight.
Yeah, and honestly, and we're probably going to talk a little bit more about them next week than we are this week, just because there's a lot more at stakes too for tonight. And next week is going to be a lot easier to figure out the overall champion, just because it's going to be the 4 drivers, and whoever finished the best out of those 4 is going to win that major championship. But the season C. We're going to talk a little bit more about that next week, I feel, just because, it is heated up right now. But, those guys, Nick Alford, Brandon Fetterplace, Daniel Simmons, Richie Coy are in our top 4 right now. Kevin Ruff isn't here right now tonight, so he's going to kind of, screw up his night, so he's not getting any points either. So, it's going to be a tough battle from some of these guys. Although Daniel Simmons and Richie Coy, I mean, they're 47, 49 points out right now. So they definitely want to have 2 consecutive good nights.
Yeah, again, 2 races to go. These guys are going to be fighting for these points and for the playoff points. But we've got to get through Martinsville before any of that. And this track in itself, man, we'll look at the track description real quick as they finish up qualifying. Is the paperclip. That's what they call it. Long straightaways and really tight corners, and it's tight confines through the corners as well. You're going to see a lot of guys maybe a little beating and banging like you were talking about. It's hard to stay off of each other, stay off the curb, stay off the wall. And you throw in the difficulties of this car, man. This is a difficult night for these guys. They're going to have to get through here.
Oh, big time. Yeah, and it's not an easy track from what I've been hearing. Some of these guys are out there, they're shifting, and the car looks a little loose in some areas. They can't run the tire pressure as low as they were running last night. So these guys are going to be uphill battle. You may need some staples, not a paper clip, right?
You're going to need some bear bonds, some sheet metal. You're going to need something to protect these cars. You need a little extra reinforcement behind the front of these cars as well, because I got a feeling these bumpers are going to be used here for sure. This is short track racing at its finest here at Martinsville Speedway, but we are heading to the grid. Well, let's go to the starting lineup for tonight's Martinsville 250 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. Starting from the pole tonight is one of those championship contenders. We talked about it. It is the 06 of Daniel Simmons who's going to start up front. Daniel on the pole. To his outside is the 40. That is TJ Bartell with a great qualifying run here at Martinsville. Newcomer, the 57, Jonathan Atkins, will start in P3, and beside him is a teammate from the Truck Series who's now making his debut in Cup in the number 22 for Michael Blattner in Shock and Awe. That's going to be Wyatt Huntley. Starting P5, but going to the rear is going to be the 3 of Bob Fitzpatrick coming from the rear. That's going to be fun for him to watch, because that dude knows how to get it done on track. And on his outside, starting in 6th, is the 98. That is another playoff contender. That's Nick Alford. Starting P7 in the number 48 Chevrolet, that is Jamie Knopf. And to his outside, a guy that needs to win tonight, the 19 of Richie Coy. Starting P9, the 03, that is Brian Dixon in his Toyota. And to his outside, rounding out the top 10, that is the 51 of Brian Messer.
All right, starting 11th, we've got the number 33 of Ben Tracy. Then in the 81, we've got E.J. Luna starting 12th. Brandon Fetterplace, one of our playoff guys, card number 34, starting 13th. Kevin Ruff, I heard he might be parking and starting, but he's starting 14th in the 99. Lane Allen in car 14, starting 15th. Wayne Grassy starting 16th in car 7. Shad Kern starting 18th in 12. J.C. Evans starting 18th in the 09. And then Mason Hoffner starting 19th in the 30th.
All right, only 19 cars tonight. Short field for tonight's action here at Martinsville Speedway, but that is probably a good sign for some of these guys expecting some green flag running here tonight at Martinsville. Should be a lot of fun to see these guys manage tire wear, manage their car, and see who can do it the best here at Martinsville. So that's gonna throw a little wrench into things too, because they may have been expecting a little bit of a wreck fest, but we may not get it tonight with a shorter field.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a short field for sure, and these guys they're going to have to play nice with each other, and maybe they could get some green flag runs here, and we could see the cream rise to the top again. I always mess that phrase up.
Cream rise into the crowd.
Yeah, we were swiping left and right last week, and I'm going to be swiping left and right on my abacus this week, just to kind of keep up with the points here.
All right, well, pace car's off. 250 laps of action on tap here tonight at Martinsville Speedway. Daniel Simmons going to lead them down. TJ Bartell needs to get caught up there on the outside as they roll through 3 and 4, getting ready for the restart. Racing to lap 65 for the stage as well. Green flag is out, and we are racing here at Martinsville.
Man, Dan, you had a great jump. Lead that field down, and I know you just do not want to be caught on that outside line here, just because of the outside line. You get into that concrete / asphalt part, and it's pretty loose out there, so you definitely don't want to get out there. It's tough. So I'm waiting for these guys to single file.
A bit of a shake up down here. He's got the 22. That's Huntley way up high. That's going to allow Ben Tracy to come through. Nick Alford right behind him. So looks like Ben Tracy on the charge early on here, but they are a single file through the top 10 now, as everybody's trying to just find a place to ride.
Yeah, definitely, and you just kind of want to relax, especially if you're in those points. I mean, some of these guys, they really want to try to get up there if they got the car for it to kind of get them stage. But, I can see like a Ben Tracy. Ben Tracy was pretty fast out on Wednesday in the trucks, and, he might like this place. But him being out, maybe kind of taking away a stage point from some of the other guys that might be in this run for this championship tonight, too. So there might be a little bit of team at play work going on here. That makes sense.
I'll tell you one surprise from qualifying is, we got our first caution of the night. Looks like E.J. Luna had an issue back here. He's sitting against the wall in 3 and 4. And caution is out. What I was going to say is a little bit of surprise in qualifying is Richie Coy was fast in practice. He only qualified 8th.
Well, it's you make one little bitty mistake, and it runs you off a little bit. And I have to go back to see where actually Richie queued. Richie ran an 18.8. I mean, our pole sitter Daniel Simmons ran an 18.7. So I mean, he was barely 2/10, 2/10 off. Richie was like an 8.9, and Daniel was a 7.0. So 2/10 is not much here at this track. I ain't gonna lie to you. So. It's tough, but yeah, he's gonna have he knows he's gonna have to win tonight. Some of these guys in that back three, like Richie, Robert, and Daniel, they know they're gonna have to win tonight. Now Daniel's already doing it.
While you were just rambling on there, we went ahead and looked at the replay. EJ Leonard looks like he just kind of wanted to swap ends on entry there for him, and unfortunately he caught it, but then of course it caught right, like we've seen this car do so many times. And unfortunately into the wall, but he had it slow down pretty good. No major damage here. I'm sure he'll get that fixed up and he'll continue on, no problem.
Yeah, and it's kind of unfortunate it happened early on as well too. But there's no rubber on the track either, so hopefully these guys they can get through these restarts pretty good too. We know, like I say, these cars are pretty slippery out there. And I'm just curious too if we're going to see any bad downshifts, whatnot, because I know some guys are out there shifting, which to me is still, I don't know. I really just do not like the shifting aspect of this car.
Yeah, that could be the case as well on the entry there. Maybe he just caught the shift at the wrong time and upset the car. You go drifting off in the corner. Yeah, I know shifting is not, I'd say it's probably 90% of the drivers out there that are not a fan of shifting on an oval. But
no, and I know you can't really do maybe too much either as far as maybe changing gear. So I don't know if you can even like gear it out of there. But then you're sacrificing speed if everybody else is. So it's that double-edged sword.
All right, they are double file, getting ready for a restart here at Martinsville. We're gonna adjust our volumes just a little bit here. You were a little loud there.
Oh, all right. Well. Better too loud than too soft. I thought it was a little soft last week.
All right, we're going to pull that down there. Getting ready for a restart. Pace cars off. They enter the restart zone. And it's going to be Daniel Simmons bringing them down, leading the pack once again. Great restart with Jonathan Atkins on the outside. They're going to get single file heading off into one.
Yeah, let's see if Daniel can kind of keep up that lead right now. Jonathan actually, he started to gain on him a little bit here, putting the pressure on at least.
Still side by side for third. TJ Bartel sneaks through there. Got that inside lane. Is going to be able to pull that off. Now Jamie Knopf beside Brian Dixon on the inside.
Yeah, Jamie definitely trying to find that hole, trying to get clear of Dixon so he can kind of dive down. Looks like, Dixon, I don't know if maybe he kind of gave up that spot a little bit. There goes Jamie. It almost looked like he, slowed down. Actually, even tapped the brake maybe.
Well, he knows what we know. It's early here at Martinsville, and a little bit of give and take, and I'm sure that'll be reciprocated to him if the opportunity is there.
Well, they're all single file out now too. It actually got a little tight there. Nick Elford had a pretty good entry, and I was going to say Ben Tracy almost stacked right into Brian Dixon there for a second. But no harm, no foul. They're still rolling along. Well, you got a lot of guys, though, especially after Ben. You got Feder Place and then Richie Coy, too, just kind of hanging out there, running 8th and 9th right now. They both definitely want to get up there. I mean, Feder Place is probably in the best position out of all these guys right now, but still, you can't
Brian Dixon around, collects the 33, the 19, and a few others as caution comes out. Actually, I don't know if that was 19. There was another car there collected up top.
And I'll tell you, that 03 of Dixon, that looked like maybe we can do an in-car, but that almost looked like a misshift.
Let's go back and see what this yellow flag, we saw it on live. Let's see if we can get another view of it. He goes in the corner and just breaks loose on him. 19 doing his best job. Actually, he does avoid him.
He avoided the front end. He did get a little tap from the rear there.
Three around, 33 into him. He gets pushed into him from Feder Place. Who's that that goes high there?
It's the 22 Messer. And the 51, yeah.
Yeah.
Both went one high.
Let's ride on board with Richie, who had to take avoiding action that whole time.
Yeah, Better Place got a little front end damage there throughout that incident. Didn't look like it was too bad though, so it's probably not going to result in too much damage.
Interesting to see how they choose to line this up here too. See, who can we Bob Fitzpatrick, the 3. Happens around the corner. Oh. See what the 51 saw here. Where's he at? Oh, a little contact with. Oh, and then he gets sent up the track. 22, Wyatt Hunley. Oh, he's the one that's back into the 51 there. Yeah.
Actually, now that I had to go back and look too, it looked like the 3 and the 19 almost got a little side damage, maybe just a hair.
Did they touch?
Maybe a scratch, very, very small.
He scratched his car. Don't scratch.
It might have been. Maybe he was asking for a little victory fuel there. It was close. Actually, as I'm looking at it, there was no contact. I went real close. Close though, but not close enough. Not that we were expecting it.
A couple of our championship contenders that need to win tonight. Back there in the scrum right now. We are double fouled though, getting ready for a restart. Daniel Simmons continues to lead. Jonathan Atkins on the outside. It's going to be TJ Bartell inside, Jimmy Knopf outside, Nick Alford, your top 5 here. As we come around 3 and 4, getting ready for a restart. They enter the restart zone. And there we go. Green flag is out, and we are off and racing once again.
Yeah, Daniel again gets a great jump out there. You know, kind of looking at the points, unfortunately, Daniel was the furthest back of our 6 contenders that are fighting for those 3 spots. So he's definitely doing what he has to do, being that behind the hole, but it's definitely not really moving him too much. He really wants to get a win. Like I say, those three guys, Richie, Robert, and Daniel, they really need a win if they really want to advance. I think that's going to pretty much be their only hope.
And that is interesting because those 3 that were above the line are so close in points that just to slip back a couple of points, and you're the last guy in, which gets bumped out when somebody new wins. So this all is really, really interesting here.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're kind of fighting in their third order, and then the other 3 are kind of fighting for that win. But yeah, like I say, once we get past stage, we'll calculate some stage points, and we'll see where everybody's at too, to kind of keep everybody in the loop here. I know you guys were working on some software, but maybe next year we'll have it.
Maybe next year we won't have playoffs.
Well, that's very possible too.
It's getting close here for 3rd spot. TJ Bartell has it. Looks like Nick Alford's putting some pressure on him. The first 2, first and second, they've kind of distanced themselves and kind of got some space. Simmons has pulled out quite a lead. Oh, we got another caution. Lane Allen around in turn 1.
Man, 22 laps in, 3 cautions already. Not a good way to start this race here.
Let's go back and see what happened. If that was his another case of self-spin, or did he have help? Let's go back and look at our best one tired auto carry instant replay going into turn 3 and 4. All good. See what happens into turn 1. Yeah, that definitely looked like an early shift. They had an issue because it looks like he either shifted twice even.
He shifted once, and I did check it. It definitely, once he went down to 3, he was in 4th, went down to 3, and that thing kicked right around. Got a rev match. You got to use that clutch if you have a clutch, I guess.
That's all it takes.
That does help it, but that does help it prevent it. But again, to me, especially at a short track like this, it just
hey,
why?
We got some pit stops.
Yeah, we do. We got a couple guys down the road.
Brian Messer. Of course, Lane Allen and J.C. Evans had some damage for that incident. Tracy is in, Brian Messer is in, Brian Dixon, Wyatt Hunley. Some of these guys did have damage. Look how Huntley's pointed. He's hanging that rear of the car out of his pit box, which you are legally allowed to do. But man, is it hanging out there?
Yeah, Lane got a little bitty tap. I almost want to say the '09 got into him just a hair coming around the corner there, but he didn't hit the front of the car at all, so he should still be okay.
Ben Tracy back in again.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder why unless he's still just getting some more damage fixed. I know too, just because the pace car drives faster than you go on pit road, so you really do not get much time to actually fix any damage. And again, though, this is a track where you don't necessarily need to fix a whole lot of damage. Aero's not really that important here, but if you got an A-arm damage or if you got a little bit of, some kind of damage, I mean, it's good to get as much fixed as you possibly can.
Let's do something I don't usually do. Let's ride on board on this restart. We're going to ride on board with the 48 of Jamie Knopf, who's currently in 5th spot on the bottom lane. We will ride on board on him for the restart and see how things progress down into turn 1. Should be a pretty good shot of the front 4 or 5 here.
Yeah, let's see how he gets around here.
Here we go. Pace car's off. Green flag is out.
Ooh, a little contact. Wow, yeah.
57's out of shape.
Nobody's giving him any love. Richie's taking it. They're 3 wide going into turn 1. They're 3 and 4 right now. Richie came out of that pretty clean, though.
Yeah, 57 way up the track here, trying to get back in the groove after a little bit of contact there.
Especially when that happens right after a restart, too. You're just a sitting duck out there.
Having all kind of issues here tonight after that damage at contact. Him and Brian Dixon.
Well, I don't know how much. Yeah, I don't know how much Wyatt actually runs this car either. I know he's kind of filling in for Michael Blackner tonight, so he might be. He just might be out here for the experience. Man, they have separated quite a bit, though. That I mean, the whole. It seems like there's a lot of space between everybody right now.
All right, look at this battle for third. Jamie Knopf has it. Richie Coy diving into the corner. Ooh, that's close quarters. They keep it clean there through 3 and 4. Now Richie's going to look inside once again. Nothing doing right now. Right there, right now.
Well, they're only on lap 31 of 65 for the stage. So, I mean, there is a little bit of, the tires don't necessarily wear here too much. But, you could still have a pretty good long-run car in the end. And, it might not be a bad idea to kind of chill a little bit. Just let the car come to you. Although you look out front, though, Daniel Simmons is just putting a crushing on the field right now. He's almost got a 2-second lead.
That's what
I was going.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The six jumped out to a pretty large lead. There was contact between 2nd and 3rd, which maybe helped that a little bit. But he has jumped out to a huge lead here. And still watching this 48-19. 48 using that higher lane through the corner. Keeps opening the top up, but he gets a good run off the corner usually. But the 19 continue to kind of fill that gap.
Well, I know Richie's, probably not going to dive into that space if it's too open, but one can never tell for certain. You leave too much of a space there, Jamie. I think somebody's going to dive in there and try to fill that spot.
Richie's got to go because he's got Nick Alfred behind him. He's looking a little hungry. You see those brake rotors glow through the corner.
2nd through 5th right now is they're under a blanket, those 4 guys, and they've pretty much pulled away from Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. right now. And he's starting to kind of inch up on this field a little bit. He's like, I want to play a little bit too here.
Yeah, we're only about halfway through.
And he
you
spins.
shouldn't have said anything about him as he goes around. Caution is out.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, that looks like what we've already seen. That bad shift.
Man. Was running so good too. He was starting to make ground through the field. Now he's going to find himself at the back once again. Let's look at our best one tire and auto carry instant replay here. See what happened to Fitzpatrick. Through 1 and 2 fine. He goes into turn 3, and as Tony brings his name up and curses him, right around he goes. I don't know. It was middle of the corner though.
Yeah, no, he shifted a lot sooner. So yeah, that definitely was not a misshift. But man, Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it didn't even look like he was pushing it in too much. And I almost
No.
wonder too, though, if you get into the gearing too much, though, that even though it doesn't happen on the shift, it could still kind of throw you off a little bit or just make the car a little loose. We haven't driven these cars, so I honestly don't know what they're experiencing, but I know I would not be happy with the shifting.
What I don't understand too in iRacing is with the independent rear suspension this car has. You almost never see wheel hop anymore into the corner, and it's not a thing. However, with the shifting and all, it does kind of make things a little more difficult with this car. And you kind of wonder too if maybe that's I don't know. I don't feel like it should be as difficult as it is, or as easy, I guess it is, to kind of break the traction of these big tires that are on this car.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, it's one of the reasons why we're in the booth, is it not? So yeah, it just it is. And I mean, to me though, too, even just the mentality of I gotta downshift every lap. You know, it kind of throws off. This is a very rhythm racetrack.
Yes.
And when you got to do something like that, it really breaks your rhythm, especially too if you're accustomed to driving, say, the Xfinity car or even the truck. You know, there's none of that happening in those series. So
Now,
it's.
Is it possible? Let's go back and ride on board with the 3. Let's hear and see what he did, because I got a theory.
All right, I'm all ears.
Nope, he busted my theory right away. I almost wondered if maybe, because we saw this in the race last night or yesterday, that they were actually, some of them were not shifting to save tires. And it seems like something that Bob would definitely figure out and be able to do. I just wondered if he didn't shift, carried too much speed in the corner, and broke the rear tire traction, but that is not the case.
Well, and if you look at kind of his shift pattern too, at least when I was looking at it, it did look like he almost kind of delayed. He was in fourth. He almost went to neutral for a little bit, rolled a little bit, and then got into third, and then just kind of made the arc. But again, though, too, I don't think, you're not really picking up the gas too much in the middle of the corner there. I mean, maybe he was just a hair, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, green flag is out. We're racing once again, and another great jump by Daniel Simmons. Look, I don't know if he moved right on purpose or spun the tires there, but he got off the line and got going.
Well, that's the other thing you got to think of too. If these cars are that loose too, what is it doing on all these different restarts? And I'm sure every restart is probably getting a little bit harder and harder. But look who's running second right now. His teammate Jamie Knopf.
Yeah, Jamie Knopf up to second, Nick Alford to third. Where did Richie Coy go on that restart? Back to seventh.
Yeah, he got stuck on the outside there too, and that it just shows you how bad that outside line really is to be kind of stuck in.
Oh, he dives and locks up into the corner under TJ Bartell there.
Definitely struggling tonight, but we still have over 200 laps to go. So I mean, really anything can happen. I mean, we still got a long way to go here. I'm just kind of looking at chat. Chat's pretty quiet. We got Michelle J, 1977. Unfortunately, she's rooting on Kevin, but unfortunately, Kevin is starting and parking tonight.
Under the weather, which she may already know.
Yeah, he's locked in for next week's championship, so hopefully he's feeling good enough to race next week, because that's going to be the one you want to watch.
That win was huge for him because he had issues at Talladega and missed the night because of sickness. Boy, without that win, he'd be in a world of hurt. But man, he won at the right time.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, and that's kind of the beauty of it. You win, you're in, and you don't have to worry about it. I know Michael Blackner as well for the truck series. He's been working on. You guys will see that on Wednesday night, and just practicing for that. And maybe that's why he's got somebody filling in his car tonight, because he just doesn't want to be thrown off by the one car to the other car.
All that focus going into trucks. Not sure
that's
could
right.
Be the case. The 33 Ben Tracy makes a pass on Mason Hoffner. That's for 10th spot at final stage point. So move Tracy up from 10th.
Well, he's been slowly working on that car. So, and again, he was pretty quick in the truck series. So I'm assuming to see him probably have the speed. I mean, his teammates are 1 and 2 right now. Although Daniel is a strong 1 right now. He's got a 1 second lead, almost 1.2 second over his teammate Jamie Knopf.
Richie Coy just goes around Brandon Fetterplace for 5th spot.
Yeah, they're definitely fighting back there. They always seem to find their way they're way near each other right now. So, and I don't even remember if anybody actually even took tires. I mean, they do get 5 sets. I don't know if some of these guys actually have taken tires yet. I think a lot of the guys that have been in were just for damage.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think some of our top guys, none of them have been on pit road. You could take tires, but I think they're more worried about the loss of track position. As looks like Ben Tracy gets around Wayne Grassi. So Tracy up to 9th, Wayne Grassi back to 10th. And I know Ben Tracy is one of the guys that took tires. He's trying to get everything he can out of these tires right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, the way he's cutting through the field right now, he's probably for sure taking a set. And, yeah, just moving along here. Again, he's probably got the right setup as well if he's running the equipment that his teammates have. Now, I guess the question is, and we always joke about it week in, week out with team orders and team play. I mean, if Jamie does eventually catch his teammate Daniel, I mean, Jamie's kind of locked in, and if they could finish Daniel first and Jamie second, I mean, that pretty much seals the deal for both of them to get in.
Yeah, I think they would probably know that situation and would factor that into anything they did there, but and he's got to catch him first. Daniel is on fire. He is out to a 1.7 second lead right now on his teammate.
Yeah, he's been just cracking them off one after the other. The car is just majorly hooked up. And although, a lot of that could be that clean air we talk about week in, week out with this car too. Even though it's not a huge aero track, there still is that clean air with this car. And, you don't have anybody in front of you. All you got to do is just get out there and just, rinse and repeat and just crack off one lap after another. That's exactly what he's doing. He definitely wants to get in, so there's no doubt about that in my mind tonight.
He is doing exactly what he needs to do to get in as well right now. He is on par out front, leading all these laps, staking his ground for a run at the championship. Him and his teammate both were in contention last week to win the race at Talladega. It unfortunately didn't work out for him, but man, they were up front too, doing what they needed to do too there. Of course, super speedway racing, you can never predict it. Hell, short track racing is kind of the same way.
Especially at a place like this too, where really anything can happen. And again, with the small numbers we're having in the field too, I'm looking at Brandon Fetterplace, and he is just falling backwards right now. He just got passed by the 76. At least that's his car number. Why did I see him on the track? Unless that could be TJ, maybe.
I don't know, Bob Fitzpatrick just fell back suddenly. I'm not really sure what happened to him there.
Yeah, he's running 17th right now, right in front of Lane Allen, or right behind Lane Allen, or no, a few cars behind Lane Allen. Wait. Well, I was looking at the wrong car completely. I'm sorry.
Come back and look and see through 3 and 4 here. So, he got loose again in 3 and 4. Almost wrecked it. He wasn't letting them by. He kind of lost control there in 3 and 4. Didn't cause a caution, but lost all those positions, man. He's struggling.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of guys, they have a hate-love relationship with this track. I mean, for me personally, I love it. I think this is one of my favorite ovals on the circuit. I know some other guys really love it. Richie Coyburn, as an example. I know you used to hate this track for a long time, but now you kind of enjoy it and have a little bit of fun out here. But if this ain't your track, it's definitely, that goes into that mindset, and having it to be that cutoff race, it's even worse.
It can be fun, but it can be frustrating as well. It just depends on, honestly, if you got a good handling car, it's fun. If you got a car that's not quite right, it can be very frustrating. So
yeah.
It's just one of those things. As Ben Tracy gets around Brandon Fetterplace for 7th spot, again using those tires, making a position. Now these stage points again going to be interesting because it's going to kind of sort through. It's going to give different guys an extra point advantage, which could be very important coming to the end of this race.
Yeah, for sure. Again, even Daniel definitely looks like he's going to be able to punch that ticket at least for the stage win here, but it's going to help him move the needle a little bit. But he desperately needs that win to make this happen. And I'm looking too. Thank God the stage is coming out for some of these guys in the back, especially like a Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. Because Daniel's almost lapping these guys. Another 10 laps, he probably would be lapping these guys.
That's true. Yeah, they're right there in front of him, aren't they not? Wow. And I'm sure Daniel's thinking, oh, more guys I can put down a lap, the better.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and yeah, he's definitely got the pace tonight. Where if it stays green a little bit later on, I mean. They're all being kind of held up right now. There's a pack of 5 cars with E.J. Luna kind of running that pack right now. And Daniel's not even a straightaway away from him. And he is almost on their bumper now. But I think we're going to be getting yellow in a couple of minutes, a couple seconds. There it is.
There's the stage caution. It is out, and Daniel Simmons wins the stage. Boy, those guys were right there on his nose, and I'm sure they were thankful to see that caution flag fly.
That's right.
Simmons comes out stage winner. Jamie Knopf, Nick Alford, Richie Coy, Jonathan Atkins, your top 5 with TJ Bartell, Ben Tracy, Brandon Fetterplace, Brian Messer, and Wayne Grassi. Round out your top 10, getting that final stage point.
So I'm doing, like I say, I'm doing the Tony math here, trying to figure this out. A Fetterplace would get 3 points, being 8th. And Robert Fitzpatrick, unfortunately, does not get any.
Drivers are on pit road.
Yeah, looking at it right now, Jamie Knopf, he's basically he is in the second place position right now, so he's got a 41-14 total points, with Nick Alford being a 41-13, and then Brandon Fetterplace right now, he would be the guy to get knocked out if Daniel Simmons does win this race.
Close race off pit road. Nick Alford almost beat Daniel Simmons, but Daniel hangs on. And with Daniel Simmons leading, he actually bumps up to second, moving second to third and third to fourth. And so that fourth driver right now would be out. Who did you say that was?
The fourth driver would be Brandon Fetterplace right now.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, the way the points are
as
shaking out.
they run, just an update. Kevin Ruff in. Daniel Simmons leading right now. He would be in with a win. Then it would be the 48, Jamie Knopf.
Correct.
And who's the fourth?
Nick Alford.
Nick Alford. There you go.
That would be your 4 if it were to finish right now as it is.
Yes.
So,
just an update to anybody watching. That's kind of where things stand right now. Still a long way to go, though. Only 67 laps into this 250-lap event here at Martinsville Speedway, the Victory Fuel Cup Series, put on a show. And now it gets important. You know, those stage points, oh, that's great, that's fine and everything, but everybody below the line just needs that win.
Yeah, well, Daniel knows what he's got to do, and he's already been doing it. So all he's got to do is continue it, and he should be in good shape tonight.
Yeah,
Jamie as well.
All of our heavy hitters towards the front here. So this is, except for Richie Coy. What happened to Richie Coy? He's back in 16th. We'll have to follow up on that, but the green flag is out. Daniel Simmons leads him down. He is away. And his teammate, the 48, Jamie Knopf, comes through with him as well to second as Nick Alford falls into third.
I almost wonder if Jamie maybe kind of played a little sly on pit road there to come out third, maybe at least get one car to get in front of him. Oh, we got a wreck. No, I don't see a yellow yet.
No yellow yet. They got it straight once again, but that's going to lose some of these guys some positions. Like Shaq Curran maybe had an issue back there.
Well, the one guy that was kind of back there was Richie Coy, and yeah, he definitely got shuffled towards the back. I mean, that killed that entire back end of that track there.
What happened down here in turn 3? Oh no, it was contact from. Was that Bob Fitzpatrick into the back of the 30? It was.
I'm gonna have to rewind and see what exactly happened there.
Mason Hoffner, Wayne Grassi pulls down to try to cover the inside lane. That checks up the 30, which causes the 3 to get back into the back of the 30. So that was a block from the 7 that caused all of that.
Wow. Crazy. Actually, looking at Richie, he was kind of capitalized around that. He was able to kind of pass those 4 cars pretty simply, so he actually gained some spots with that. Fortunately, stuck in 11th right now with Fitzpatrick right in front of him. Robert's moving right now. I mean, he's getting under EJ Luna. Richie Coy's going with him here right now. The two of them, yeah, they're hauling the mail right now compared to where EJ Luna is.
Well, unfortunately, both these guys are on a mission. Both these guys kind of have to win, and so they can work together to get towards the front. But only one guy can win this race.
Yeah, the guy that they're going to have to try to defeat is
currently
guy running.
Yeah, he's got to win.
But he's currently running almost 8/10 quicker than his teammate right now, and just showing what dominance he's having tonight. But not to put any voodoo, and I hate to put voodoo on people, but really anything can happen. And we've seen some stuff happen from time and time again, and it's just, a bad pit stop, speeding on pit road, a little contact, a little wall scrub, a bad gear change. I'd be curious to see too. I'm going to have to go look into Daniel's car to see if he even is shifting.
19 racing with the 3 right now, which we're trying to get around Bob Fitzpatrick and does into the corner. Into turn 1, so Richie up to 9th, Bob back to 10th, but they lost a lot of time through that whole kerfuffle. He did pick up a few positions, but this is going to kind of put him behind the 8 ball here unless we, to the next caution.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching. It looks like, everybody on track that I've seen so far is shifting. Some guys are shifting, in the entry of the corner. I'm looking at Brian Messer right now. He doesn't actually shift till almost middle of the corner, so he can get that drive off. Which is pretty, letting that gear ride out. Brian Messer.
Down at J.C. Evans off the pace and on the pit road.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, Nick Alford looks like he's got a good car too, just stuck behind the 48 right now. They kind of come and go. I mean, there's a couple laps, the 48 will be real fast, and then the 98 of Alford will chase him back down and put pressure back on him.
Well, it's one of those things. I don't know. If I was out there, especially with the amount of laps we have, now they're probably going to have to come down for fuel one more time before this is over. So this is kind of the ride around phase of the track where, you definitely don't want to go a lap down, and you just maybe want to save a little bit till the end of the run. But I have a feeling, if it does stay green, which is, I'd be pretty amazed if we can actually say that here at Martinsville, it's going to come down to that green flag stop and the fuel strategy and the tire saving. Even though there's not a lot of tire saving here, there still is a little bit. You definitely want to, be able to capitalize on it, at least have a little bit more tire towards the end. But I'm sure they have a really wide pit window as well. So I couldn't even tell you what time they're going to be coming down for pits. Is basically where I'm going with this. They're going to be surprising us. But I would imagine they got, maybe 120, 140 laps of gas, maybe?
This battle for second will not go away. Nick Alford still hounding the 48 here. TJ Bartel now under pressure from the 33. Ben Tracy, and now Jonathan Atkins has joined the group as well.
Yeah, Ben's definitely putting on that pressure as well with those newer, I believe he still has fresh set, or maybe they're all an equal set now. He's definitely got, he's got that teammate set up in that car, so he's definitely got some legs in that thing.
Ooh, Jamie Knopf had an issue off turn 4. That's going to open the door for Nick Alford. Looks to the inside, takes over second. So Alford up to P2 as Jamie Knopf had some sort of an issue a lap ago off of turn 4. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened. Turn 1 and 2, everything's hunky-dory. 3 and 4. It's into 3, looks like fine. Off of turn 4. Oh, gets loose off turn 4. That's what opened the door for the 98 of Alfred. He goes to the inside, takes that position. And now
I know Jamie. Yeah, he's got 3 points over, or 4 points over Fetter Place. Or at least 3 points now with Nick Alford getting in front of him. So they got a little bit of length on Fetter Place. But if Fetter Place starts climbing through this field a little bit, maybe even towards the end of this run, Jamie's going to be in a world of hurt here.
And Fetter Place is he's battling who for that? If Daniel wins, he takes the second spot. Yeah, Kevin Ruff, Daniel Simmons. Then it was Jamie Knopf, right?
Jamie, Nick, yeah, our 1, 2, 3 guys right now. So the guy sitting 1, 2, 3 would advance. But if Brandon Fetter Place, who's sitting in 13th right now, if he can somehow work his way into a top 10 scenario, or maybe even get if he could get a top 5, Brandon will possibly knock out either Nick or Jamie, depending on where the two of them finish right now. Right now, I believe they are smack dab even right now, especially with how they're running.
And I tell you what, the 06 is in traffic now. Daniel Simmons has caught the tail end of the field, going by the 14 of Lane Allen to put him a lap down. The 30 of Mason Hoffner right in front of him. Already got by Dixon, so he's starting to put some of these cars a lap down. And to be honest with you, not far ahead. Well, I guess a little bit ways ahead. But riding back in 13th is Brandon Fetter Place. Only 2 spots from going a lap down.
Yeah, he's got, there's a 13-second gap between Fetter Place and Daniel as they run right now. So it's a little bit less than a half of the track. Well, actually, no, they're running, let's see, Daniel's last lap was a 19.1. So Shad and Brandon Fetter Place, who are at the tail end of the lead lap right now, they're, almost 13, 14 seconds behind. So, Brandon Fetter Place just gets by Wayne Grossi is what I've seen.
Yeah,
Wayne Grossi fell back a couple spots.
He's dropped back a little bit. Daniel Simmons continuing to lead Nick Alford 1.3 seconds behind. Watching him kind of work through this traffic here, trying to make up some time on our leader. We'll kind of keep an eye on that and see what kind of time he can put down. Meanwhile, Jamie Knopf's falling back to his teammate Ben Tracy for 3rd and 4th here. So it looks like the handling's gone away from the 48.
That is definitely something, Jamie definitely does not want to see. And you almost wonder if Ben's going to give him a little bit of a break, though, to kind of give him that point. Maybe not now, but maybe towards the end of this race.
Ben
try to push him a little bit. Yeah.
Giving somebody a break? Are you kidding me?
Well, he's a police officer. I'm sure he hands out warnings. He doesn't have to ticket everybody, right? He's not one of those cops.
I don't know. Do you think that's a Kit Kat card? Giving breaks out? What the?
I don't know. He doesn't look like he's too.
We got a wreck right in front of him. The 14, Lane Allen, into the wall on the straightaway. Caution is out. I'm surprised that was a caution.
Yeah. Wow. That was just.
That's what I've seen before out of this car. It turns right.
Yeah, because he was just on exit too. I mean, I thought it was a misshift, but it was like down the back straight. So wow. Yeah, he definitely, that thing must have just got a little bit loose coming out of 2 there.
And already pit road is open. This happens quickly around here. Looks like the leaders are going to come down pit road. We'll look at that replay in a minute when they come out of pit road. But, all our leaders. I think everybody hitting pit road except for our lucky dog, which is Mason Hoffner.
Well, I can tell you, there's a Brandon Fetter Place is probably happy to see that happen. Because he was starting to get a little too close for comfort, having Daniel more behind him than in front of him.
So who wins this battle off of pit road? I'm trying to find a good camera. Let's look at this one. Watching Daniel Simmons. He's rolling. Oh, of course it switches at the end. Why not? Looks like he did beat Nick Alford off pit road. That's another close race to the end of pit road between him and Nick. So Nick's now going to start in 2nd. Ben Tracy up to 3rd. Jamie Knopf falls to 4th.
And that's why I like the blimp camera, because there's not 2 blimps. They don't usually change it.
All right, we're going to go back and look at our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay, see what brought out this caution. Lane Allen coming off the corner, catching the 30 of Mason Hoffner, pulls left, and it turns right, and right head first into the wall.
Oh, yeah, that's again, some guys are probably wanting that, but Lane probably didn't want that.
Actually, it looks like Hoffner hit the wall off turn 2. Maybe kind of spooked the 14. He pulled left to avoid him and tried to straighten the car up, and it went right. Said no thank you.
And in the unfortunate end of the news, it looks like Jamie Knopf has got a pit road speeding penalty because he is falling to the back of the field.
Well, what's pit speed, 35?
Speed is 35, yes, correct.
When you've been out there doing over 100, it's really
Yeah.
hard to get it slowed down to 35. It's probably not the only one we will see tonight. But the pace car's off. We're going to come around to the restart zone. Daniel Simmons, Nick Alford continue to lead out front. As they come off turn 4, hit the restart line. Green flag is out, and we are racing once again here at Martinsville.
All right. Daniel back to his old antics. Got a great jump. His teammate and Nick Alford kind of running side by side, fighting for that second spot right now.
Got 146 laps remaining here. Still a long way to go to figure this one out.
Yeah. Ben definitely would like to sew up that second spot to kind of maybe take away some of those points for some of these other guys that may or may not need them. Oh, we got a little bit of a wreck in the back there. A little contact between Wayne Grossi and was that EJ Lou?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Caution
22 gets into Wayne.
Out. Oh.
Wayne kind of spun. Well, you'll see it here in a second. There.
Yeah, let's look at our best one tire and all the carry instant replay. See what Tony's talking about. Oh, 7 gets loose. 81 into him. Unfortunately, that slowed 81 down enough to get a caution there.
Well, the only thing good about that was none of our contenders were in that at all. Jamie Knopf and Brandon Fetterplace, Robert Fitzpatrick, all 3 of them were ahead of the curve there. So nobody's involved.
I got to say this, and I know Wyatt would laugh if he hears it, but the 22's kind of reminded me of the 77. He's been in it seems like every incident so far tonight. And it's not been his fault. He's just been caught up in them.
Well, if Michael's out there, maybe the 22's running the spirit of the mayhem tonight. That's all I can think of, you know.
That's true. That's true. Maybe
when you find yourself in mayhem, there it is.
We got a couple guys on pit road. Of course, EJ Luna with that contact. Bob Fitzpatrick's on pit road though. Looks like he's getting some damage repair too, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check, make sure. See if anybody's actually taken a tire or two. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like any tire takers, but yeah, just in there and getting a little bang, maybe a little bare bond. Maybe a little change in the wedge or they don't even have wedge anymore, but maybe a little bit of a change.
I thought you were just going to say a change of underwear.
Maybe a change of underwear. That could be happening too.
The 22 might have a change of underwear there.
Hand me another drink, maybe a quick smoke. You never know.
All right, we're going to get 2x2 once again here. Get a restart. Let's see. We've got 141 laps remaining. 140 laps to go when they hit the line. We're getting close to halfway. And so far, that 06 has looked strong. The 98's right there, though. Ben Tracy up there as well. Jonathan Atkins, TJ Bartell, your top 5. Richie Coy has been flirting with the top 5, but he's been kind of mid-pack of the top 10 most of the night. Got some good long run speed. Got to get a long run to use it, though. Better Places rebounded up to 7th. That's good. Jimmy Knopf up to 10th after a speeding penalty. Let's see what happens here. The green flag is out, and we are once again racing here at Martinsville.
As usual, Daniel with a good jump, and then you got Ben Tracy and Nick Alford going side by side. Looks like Ben might clear him over, but Nick's got a great run on the outside there.
Great run off the corner, side by side into turn 3, 33 on the bottom, the 98 on the top.
Oh, we got another caution. Wow, big carnage in the back.
Oh, Brian Messer around.
I'm just wondering, too, with some of these restarts and cold tires, and well, that actually looked like there might have been a little bit of help there.
Let's go back and look at our best one tire and on the care instant replay. See what this caution's all about. Look at it from ahead, above, I mean. Oh, 48 into Shaq Curran, it looked like.
Yeah, the 48 kind of made a dive move down there, and Shad may have not realized he was that close. Unfortunately, fortunately for Shad, I mean, Jamie's trying to reel it all in from that pit road penalty.
Man.
Gotta be careful, though.
We're seeing less and less give and more take.
Yep. All right, well, a few more takers down pit road here.
You know, it's not going to do any good to get to the championship 4 if you're under penalty.
That's right.
Just throwing it out there.
And it looks like Lane Allen might be getting the lucky dog again. He was mired 2 laps down, and he'll be able to get one of them laps back. Yeah, right now he's our last car, 17th car on track that's still in it. J.C. Evans, Kevin Ruff, unfortunately. Well, Kevin, we know he had a little bit of a sickness, and J.C. Evans just pulled out. Don't know what happened with him. Maybe got a little bored. Hover car is an innocent man, Miguel says. I call him hover car.
Hover car.
Maybe Brody's got a little bit more knowledge on that. Why is hover car an innocent man, Brody?
He's an innocent man. That's strong words for a guy that has intentionally brought out the caution several times and continues to run into people, intentionally or not. But anyway, pace car's off. We're going to go back racing here. Daniel Simmons, your leader. Ben Tracy, second. Nick Alfred, Atkins, and TJ Bartel, your top 5. Green flag is out once again. Let's see if they can keep it together here for a couple laps and get strung out.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of watching that lead right now, or the battle for second right now, just trying to see what Ben Tracy can do on that outside line. Oh, we got another caution in the back. Wow, another car spun.
Answer is no, as Shad Curran is around on the backstretch.
And
Richie Coy.
Could that have been twice
also around in turn 3?
No kidding.
Let's go back and look at our ever popular best one tire and all the carry instant replay.
They are definitely getting their worth tonight.
See what happened. Why is it showing Richie Coy? Let's see what happened to Shad Curran. Contact off the corner from somebody there. And then something happened in turn 3, and we'll look at that again. But let's look at this once again with Shad Curran here. Get a better view of it. Contact. Oh, Brian Messer. I don't think he expected him to stay low off the corner like that. Turns Brian Messer, or turns Shad Curran around. Let's go back and see what put Richie backwards in turn 3. Who's he racing with there?
And that is TJ Bartel. I think I'm showing TJ in a different number tonight for whatever reason.
Yeah, contact with TJ. Wow.
Almost looks like Richie was kind of a little too low on that inside there.
And TJ
on
was
the outside line.
A little high too, but I think was the caution not already being displayed?
I could have sworn it was. Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah, TJ was a little high. Richie was a little low. Caution was coming out. There's a lot going on right there.
Yeah, the caution came out like right before they actually entered the concrete section. So
they didn't they really have time to do anything until they got in the corner anyway. So
exactly, yeah, they had no knowledge of what was going on back there.
Well, let's go put the 19 of Coy in a hole. I tell you, we've seen so many guys cycle through front to back, the front to back. We've seen the 3 do it, the 48 spin to the back, Fetter place to spin to the back. Coy, of course. The only person, well, only 2 I'd say the only two of our playoff guys that have been up front the whole time so far is Daniel Simmons and Nick Alford. So
Yeah, and they're both doing exactly what they need to do to advance. So kudos to them right now.
all right, well, get ready for a restart. Pace car's off. Daniel Simmons still leading. Let's see if we can do it this time. Green flag is out. Can we keep it in our pants this time?
I guess we will find out. I'm going to tell you, though, if Daniel leads maybe another, what is it? He leads another 10 laps. He has got the most laps led for tonight.
The 30 and the 51 bouncing off each other as they go down the backstretch. 51's going to make the most of that. Now Mason Hoffner.
Ooh, Jonathan Atkins got to get out of the groove there. Gets passed by Nick Alford. He's got Ben Tracy on the inside now as well.
So much going on these restarts.
Well, everybody's trying to swipe left. And, trying to get to that inside line because we know how devastating that outside line is.
Yeah, swipe left is a little bit different here.
It is a little bit different here, yeah. You got to be a little bit more methodical here.
Try to swipe left on the entry of the corner. Somebody will swipe that rear bumper.
That's right. All right, well, I'm kind of watching Richie Coy right now. That deficit, he just got by Wayne Grossi. He is getting I can't even see who it is because I'm so far out. Hoffner, and he's working on Messer right now. He is diving really deep into
Messer
that
saw it coming too and moved up.
Wow. He did, yeah.
I was like, oh, goodness.
Think fast. He sure did. All I can say is Richie's probably burning up some of his stuff right now, but he's definitely on a mission. He wants to get back up there.
You don't think he's a little hot under the collar, do you?
Oh, no. Richie? Never.
Better place currently in 6th, right there behind TJ Bartell and Jonathan Atkins. Right behind him, Bob Fitzpatrick in the 3.
Yeah. Well, there goes Richie getting under EJ right now. He's going to be working on the number 3 next. The guy, though, that I'm kind of surprised really hasn't kind of plowed through the field. And I shouldn't say plowed through the field, but he's a little slow right now is the 48, Jamie Knopf. He's actually starting to get walked a little bit by Brandon Fetterplace. And, again, Fetterplace, he needed to be kind of in that top 10 to almost top 5. And he's almost knocking on the door of that top 5 if he can get by TJ here. So Fetterplace starting to come on strong towards the second half of this race because, yeah, we are over halfway now. So we have just started the halfway.
Doesn't surprise me with Fetterplace. He's going to show up here at the end, I'm sure. He'll be a factor. As Bob Fitzpatrick and Richie Coy racing side by side off turn 2. Is for 8th spot. Bob trying to hang with him. Richie's going to take that spot off the corner.
Yeah, Richie's definitely on a mission right now. And I am going to give Daniel Simmons most laps led tonight because I pretty much he's led every single lap we've had. Maybe one under caution or 2 he's missed under caution. But
I'm not sure he's missed any.
I know, yeah. I think he's solid. So he's got 3 bonus points just in leading the lap, the pole, and the most laps led right now. Unfortunately, he still needs to win, though, to make it in. Man, Richie and TJ almost have a little bit of contact again as he goes by. Richie gets by him, though. Wow. But no, that was Jimmy Knopf. He kind of roughed up there a little bit, it looked like. I know Richie likes this place, but, man, he's got to...
You got to be careful.
Tame it down a little bit, my man. He says he listens to our broadcast, too, doesn't he?
I'm not so worried about him using his stuff up. I'm worried about him using his competitors up because not only do you have to race them the rest of this race, if you're racing for a championship next week, you want to have some friends out there. And if you go out here, and I'm talking to him, but in general, as a driver, if you're out here and you're making some enemies, next week gets even tougher. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful with that as well.
He's throwing out a Hail Mary right now, and he kind of has to because he really is in that spot where he really does need to win to make this happen.
Yeah, while he's doing all this, Daniel's just continuing to drive away from the field. The 06 doing exactly what he needs to do. It's going to be a tough a tall task to catch him under 16 laps to go here at Martinsville. But I tell you what, Nick Alfred's kind of stuck with Daniel this time through this run. He's pretty close to him right here.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Nick is he's only about 3-4 tenths behind Daniel. Daniel has not been able to escape him. Although you almost wonder, is Daniel kind of holding back a little bit, maybe saving something for a long run here.
Could be.
But then you look at Ben Tracy. The two of them, first and second right now, Daniel Simmons and Nick Alford, they have both kind of pulled away a little bit from Ben Tracy as well. And then Jonathan Atkins sitting in fourth. And then there's a huge margin all the way to TJ Bartell in fifth right now. So the top four, they're not necessarily under a blanket, but they're all sleeping in the same bed, so to speak.
By the way, to confirm, yes, Daniel Simmons has led every lap so far tonight. So,
all right. Again, though, he needs to lead that last lap, and that's the only thing that's going to help him. I mean, he's done so far everything he could possibly do, but he's got to win this tonight to make it.
He was the farthest back in points, so he definitely is going to have to win here to get anything done. I know Richie came in 22 points back, and that's something to think about. But even with only 19 cars, the math ain't mathing. I will say, with the stage points, it changes things a little bit. But still, I mean, you can't really, and you can't as a driver do that math in your head quickly like that anyway. So it's all about get everything you can, go win. That is the number one goal.
Well, Danny would need a total points higher than 4,110. And even if he were to win this race tonight, I don't think he's at 4,084 right now. So I don't know if he'd be able. I don't know if even second place is going to pay him enough points to kind of bump that.
That's not even factoring in what the other guys get. So
right, exactly, right.
All right, Richie Coy around Brandon Fetter plays for 6th spot, and he's coming on the back of TJ Bartell. Now this is a pass I kind of want to see.
Yeah, she's definitely making some. Bringing the smoke to TJ. He's slowly reeling him in a little bit. He's put a little bit of hurt on Brandon Fetter place too. So you just got to think though, how much is he burning up them tires right now, and is he going to have anything for the long run?
Definitely charging the corners, wringing the neck of that Victory Fuel Ford Mustang here, as TJ's actually going to roll over and let him go. And I'm not surprised there. I've kind of expected that from TJ. He's probably, as soon as he got into Richie, probably apologized. Of course, Richie's on a mission now, but apology is not going to mean much right now, but it does mean something. It at least will quell any hard feelings too much. As Bob Fitzpatrick's on pit road, the 3 on pit road.
Interesting. Well, I mean, there's 105 laps to go. I mean, they're definitely in a pit window, so they can definitely, if you feel like I'm assuming a lot of these guys are still going to need gas because we only saw a few guys takers. Once I see the leader go in for gas, then I know you're definitely in that fuel strategy. And Daniel's pretty much stayed out, led this race this whole time. So he's obviously not out yet, but they're going to have to pit at some point. They're just waiting on that caution.
Looks like Bob may be done for the night. Or either got a pit road penalty. He is parked and still on pit road. So I thought that might have been his Hail Mary move there to pit, hope for it to stay green, come out with those fresh tires, make some lap time, and hope for a caution. But unfortunately, it looks like he's parked it for the night. We've seen that car sideways a lot tonight. He's had some handling struggles, that's for sure. It is not handling like he wanted it to there, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, I'm watching him on entry. He I don't know if they would have caught him. He was a little bit higher. He was doing like 40 miles an hour on entry. Pit road speed limit is 35, but he was able to lower it down enough. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he might just be done. I mean, he's obviously the laps are still ticking off, and he is yet to move. So
yeah, he's rolled it to the garage.
I think he's done, and he has disconnected for the evening. So yeah, he is definitely out. All right. Well, I hate to say it, but that is another one bites the dust.
Yep, that is it's one you don't have to calculate anymore. unfortunately, he's going to be another one out tonight.
And just as we're speaking, though, too, the leader put down Lane Allen and Wayne Grossi in kind of a one failed lap there. So, our leader right now, and he's still got Nick Alford in tow, and Nick Alford has not lost him at all. He's staying with him. Nick could really spoil this thing if he can get around Daniel. He could really spoil it for Daniel.
Well, don't
I know Daniel. Daniel don't want to do that, but yeah.
You got Ben Tracy back here too, not too far off with Jonathan Atkins too, kind of watching those guys. They're kind of hanging out back here as well. So, yeah, but you're right. Nick Alford's starting to close in on the 06. Man, you got to feel for I mean, he's like, I need this win. Nick doesn't need to win.
No,
as a matter of fact,
have a good finish.
If he's riding in second and Daniel wins, it doesn't matter to him. So, we see a car slow. Lane Allen slow against the wall there.
Yeah, he had a little bit of an incident there. Ben Tracy gets right by him. I'll tell you too. Somebody who also feels that what you just said about Daniel is Philip Trammell in chat. Daniel deserves it. Got shat on last week. I'm glad you used the shat, so we don't have to say it on stream. But yeah, he did. He had a little rough week last night. Well, he came to win tonight, so there's nothing stopping him right now except himself. He is moving. Although I say that, and Nick still has not left his bumper.
Yeah, you got the 30 of Mason Hoffner having some handling issues there. I would say nothing to stop Daniel, but himself. Maybe Nick, and maybe this lap traffic, man. You got to worry about when you're catching some of these cars, as bad as this car handles sometimes.
I'll tell you though, Daniel, I have not seen him get loose. I have not seen him get a little sideways, have a little issue. I was watching his in-car a little while ago. He's cracking off them shifts, because obviously they're shifting like crazy. And he's been very methodical and robotic-like, even, I would say. He's just been he's been getting it done, man.
I thought you were going to say methodical and robotical.
I'm rubbing off on you, huh?
Methodical and robotical.
That would be pretty good.
Very consistent there from Daniel Simmons. Doing a great job out front. Nick Alford second. Ben Tracy third. Going through the field. Jonathan Atkins fourth, we talked about. Richie Coy in fifth, trying to track these guys down. We need to watch lap times to see what these guys are doing. See what Richie's doing compared to our leader. Our leader last time by was an 18:52. Richie's last lap was an 18:69. So actually, he's slower than our leader is right now.
Yeah, it's definitely. Well, I think Richie may have burned up his stuff, because even too when he got by Richie, he has not really made any headway on catching Jonathan Atkins, who's in fourth right now. So
I'm sorry, that's his best time. Not, I was looking at the wrong one. So that's his best time. The last time was in 1931. Daniels is in 1922. So still, he's still not as fast as our leader. So I guess it still stands, right?
Yeah. Well, last lap I looked at too, Richie was a 19.4 and Daniel was a 19.2. Yeah. Yep. So definitely. I don't know. I think Richie may have cooked his tires a little bit trying to tear through that field, after that spin there.
And our leader was.
Go ahead.
I was going to say our leader was the fastest of everybody on that lap, so he's still the fastest. But second fastest is Nick Alford. I mean, they're pretty close on lap time. We'll see what happens this time. 19.
Yeah, he's pulling away from Nick though. He slowly increased that speed from 3/10, 4/10. He's about 5 to 6 tenths right now. And don't make me say 6, 7 tenths.
6, 7.
I still don't get the 6, 7.
I don't
whatever
either.
Deal is. I don't get it.
And I don't think we're meant to, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And I just move on.
If he gets there, we're going to skip over it.
Actually, Nick was a little bit faster the last couple of laps, just barely, under a tenth. So he just kind of flip flops. Those two are running so much similar lap times, and I see Nick kind of moving around back there trying to find a different line to run.
Well, and even so too, they are 3.3 seconds more than third. So 3.33 or 3.3 over 3.
So the
Who is
33,
the 33? Right, yeah.
the 33 is 3.33 seconds behind in third.
The 33 in third is 3.3 seconds behind. Yeah.
Good long run here for everybody, though. Kind of stretching those legs here at Martinsville Speedway. We are clicking off those laps. 83 laps to go here at Martinsville. Daniel Simmons continues to lead. He's trying to lead every lap here, Tony.
Well, why not? He already has. I mean, so what did you say about 86 more to go, or 83 more to go, 82 now? So yeah, keep it up.
I saw a little bit of wiggle off turn 2 out of that 06 though. It's not perfect, but it's better than everybody else.
Yeah. Well, the big question too is when are they gonna pit? You know they're gonna have to pit for some fuel here. And that's where, the hair's going to start growing on your chest there. Because, again, do you want to pit early? If a caution comes out, you're going to be trapped maybe 1, maybe even 2 laps down. Do you want to be the last guy in the pit? This has got to be the most nerve-wracking. Because, again, if we do stay green and everybody goes through their pit cycle, it's not a big deal. But if some guys pit, especially some of those guys that are on that bubble, especially a guy like Daniel Simmons, and the caution does come out when he's on pit road, that just could be devastating.
Battle heating up for third here. The 33 of Ben Tracy hanging on to it. Jonathan Atkins is running him down, though. Starting to put some pressure on that 33. And yeah, going back to what you're talking about there with the pit stops, man, this is a pressure cooker. Do you want to take a chance and pit early? Do you want to hang out there and pit late? But if you wait and pit late, you're going to lose a lot of time to those guys with fresher tires. What if a caution comes out? Like all these things, you're right. And your season, some of these guys, your season is coming down to this call.
Yep. And, I mean, I look at Daniel Simmons, I look at both Nick Elford, and they have such a huge run and lead over third place right now. I mean, they've kind of walked that out to almost 4 seconds now over Ben Tracy. It would be one of those things where I am pitting absolutely last. I'm going to wait till all these guys go through. Don't take that chance. I mean, they've got a little money in the bank, or they're playing with house money right now, as far as having that lead that they have. So they're just going to have to try to see it. I would hate to see, though, Daniel kind of be one of the first guys in. They just
yeah.
But I guess we're going to find out.
You do want to wait, but man, I don't know.
How long do you wait? And, and again, I'll have to go back to see when the last time some of these guys, well, you probably even know, when was the last time Daniel actually did pit?
Let's pull it up here. His last pit stop was on lap 101.
All right, 101. I mean, that would be, I almost wonder if they even have enough gas, to be quite honest with you. We never really bothered to ask about, and that's because usually we don't go green and they have green flag stops here. But could they actually have enough gas in the tank to actually make it?
You're gonna have to go 150 laps. Can they make 150 laps on a tank of fuel? I think it was around 125, 130.
And that's kind of where I was thinking too. But there was a couple cautions. So they could have saved a little bit here and there. It's tough to say. These guys have always surprised us with the fuel mileage.
EJ Luna next up to go a lap down as the 06 closes in on the back bumper.
Yeah, they just got through a mess of traffic as well. So I know you got Nick Alford and Ben Tracy right now kind of burning through the traffic. Richie Coy's still trying to hang on there, still sitting in 5th right now. Really has not made any movement on Jonathan Atkins.
Here comes the 06 around. And he makes that pass. All right. That did bring Nick Alford back into his back pocket, though. There's Nick's right there in the 98 looking to take advantage. Ben Tracy, the 33 in 4th. Jonathan Atkins in 5th. That battle's kind of cooled down a little bit for now. Richie Coy's starting to kind of catch those guys. Of course, all in traffic, so it kind of ebbs and flows.
Yeah, they're definitely fighting that lap traffic. I mean, we only have 10 guys on the lead lap right now. Brian Dixon right now, he's the last guy on the lead lap. Obviously, EJ Luna just got past. He's got the lucky dog recipient. We only got 3 guys, though, 1 lap down. The rest are 2 or more. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a super exciting race, but there's still a lot that could be happening here tonight. So yeah, I'm just watching Daniel just having an incredible night tonight, and I just yeah, I really like to see him kind of maybe get this done here. He's putting the speed over Nick now. Once he gets a little bit of that clean air, though, you can see how much Daniel can kind of get that car to move over Nick. When Daniel gets stuck in traffic, that's when you see Nick kind of close in. So Nick probably wants to see more traffic, and Daniel's like, nope, I want more clean air.
Yep. He is starting to kind of inch out now once they got clear of traffic there. He's got one more car in front of him right there. Well, a couple more, actually. Starting to run down Brian Dixon, which is a teammate to Nick Alford. But also knowing Brian, that he's not gonna want to get in the middle of that battle.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't remember how many laps ago we were talking lap times either, but Daniel Simmons and Nick Alford are both still running in the twos. And the other guy in the top 5 running in the twos is Richie Cole. Well, he ran a 3 that lap, but his lap priors were in the twos. So the 3 of them are kind of on the same pace for the most part.
But he's got top 3 speed, but also remember, too, I think he's got fresher tires as well. So, or did have. I don't know. He might have burned them off by now, but he had fresher tires at one point.
Yeah, they're starting to come back to him a little bit because, yeah, they're all running in the 3s now that I'm looking. Actually, Richie ran a 2.7. Daniel ran Daniel's last lap was a 4.5.
Yeah,
he just ran a 3.8.
He was getting around traffic there.
Yeah.
Watching this battle develop for third now. The 33 still under pressure from the 57 of Atkins, and now Richie Coy's joined this battle. 3rd, 4th, and 5th right here on your screen.
Yeah. Well, Atkins and Tracy both, they were running in the 4s, almost in the 5s for a few laps, and they're kind of just battling themselves right now, and it's allowed Richie to kind of creep back up there. So Richie's showing a little bit of long run speed here.
Now the 57 might do the 19 a favor here, you know, kind of make this pass kind of easy. But you can bet the 33 is not going to. The 06 of Simmons leading, his teammates leading right now, and so he doesn't want to see this 19 be able to get up there and mess that up. Although he's got a long way to go anyway, so you know that'll be a thought later. But there you go, the 57 allows the 19 through there, so the 19 of Coy now. He almost hits the wall off the corner there.
Yeah, when you were calling it, he was in the process of doing it, and yeah, Richie gets by Jonathan, and now he's going to have the 33 ahead of him, and Richie's definitely going to have the speed for Ben. Just how easy is Ben going to make it for him? Yeah, Richie's really he's high, wide, and handsome. He's definitely hanging it out there right now. He's giving it everything he can.
Ben Tracy in 3rd right now, doing a good job out there too. Up 8 spots from where he started in 11th. So solid run for him. Solid run for the team. 1st and 3rd right now. Jamie Knopf's up there. Good checking on Jamie. Currently running in 8th. He was up there, had that speeding penalty. Just has not been able to rebound.
No, and unfortunately, the way the points are looking right now, if Daniel does win, he is going to knock his teammate out of this.
Because Fetter Place is up to 6th.
Yep.
Nick Alfred's in 2nd.
Well, you got a 2 place difference between Fetter Place and Jamie, and they are separated right now by 4 points after the stage. So it's going to be tight. I'm going to put the abacus away for that one. That's going to have to be figured out afterwards. It really just depends on how it goes. But yeah, they're Jamie definitely needs another spot or two to maybe try to get ahead of Brandon here.
All right, here's
but
the 19.
Nick's looking good though.
On the back bumper. Yeah, Nick's in good shape. Daniel, if he wins, is in good shape. The other one we'll have to figure out later.
Right.
As the 19 at Richie Coy pulls it back on the back bumper of the 33 of Ben Tracy now. The race is on for 3rd. And they are in traffic doing so as well as they catch the 30 of Mason Hoffner.
When the 33 washes up a little bit, Richie almost took it.
Yeah, but he got a good run off the corner. That's going to keep him in play here as the 33 gets that good run off the corner. They catch the 30 here. What's going to happen? Get a good run off the corner of 33. He's going to be able to pull to the inside of the 30, so he's going to clear him here.
30 gives the two of them plenty of room. Let them get their passes done. They got Brian Dixon up in front of them running real wide too, so that might be screwing them up a little bit.
Running the Chastain line.
That's right, yeah.
Here comes the 33 to the bottom of the 03. Just good through there.
I'll tell you, that's the race right now. Daniel Simmons almost got a second lead over Nick Alford, too. So that clean air for Daniel right now is definitely, and Daniel just passed Brian Messer, our last week's winner. So there's Brian Messer kind of in between first and second right now.
There's the 06 of Simmons going back to this battle between Richie and Ben. And Ben's kind of pulled a gap a little bit here. He's kind of moved up the track. You see he's running a different line. He's running that second groove, but he's able to get such a launch off the corner. You see him gap the 19 there off the corner. Just able to put that power down and really make up time. Now the 19's charging the entry, but he's losing all that time on exit.
Yeah, and Richie's kind of in a do-or-die situation. He really,
well, this one
he really needs to kind of get that.
Not,
right, exactly. It's not going to help him, but it's going to help him, but it's not going to seal the deal.
It's not going to be enough.
Now, if you're talking next week for the Season C championship, that's a good finish is definitely going to help him as well. But he's still got Nick Alford, who had the tie right now with who was the other guy that was up in better place right now. So yeah,
he's going to take over the lead with a second place finish. I know that's on his mind too, probably here. Is Nick Alford. Oh, we got a caution.
We have a caution.
The 51 of Brian Messer around off turn 4. Caution is out, and this changes. Say it with me. Everything.
Well, I assume too everybody's going in. We're gonna see a very busy pit road. They're gonna get topped off if they didn't need topping off, and I'm curious to see how they would have been as far as gas goes.
Do you do two tires? Do you do two tires trying to get the lead here? Because nobody's been able to get the lead from Daniel Simmons. Nick Alford, we've seen it before. Ben Tracy, is Richie Coy desperate? Does he go for 2? Better place. He needs some positions to make it in. Well, let's see what happens here as they hit pit road.
Well, there is a little bit of a gap, though, between 3rd and 4th right now, getting into pit road, and even 5th, too. So, I don't know. Would you do it with 45 laps to go? 45 laps to go?
If you're desperate, how desperate are you?
That's true, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to be watching Richie Coy here to see if I only see one side of that car go up.
I'm watching our leader, Daniel Simmons, as he hits his pit box here on the front of pit road. Last box out. See if he can maintain the lead. Daniel Simmons, all the pressure is on right now to get a good stop here. On pit road, we got somebody coming into pit road. Oh, somebody's rolling off? Is that Nick Alford? I told you. 2 tires. Nick Alford comes out front.
Nick actually, he took 4. He did take 4. He just got a much better exit. Wow.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I just watched it. Ben Tracy also took 4. Let's see. I'm going back, just looking through the other field here.
Well, it looks like everybody may have took 4 here. It was kind of a long run. It was going to be a long shot for 2 tires. Surprised nobody did it, but I also kind of understand. But that's going to hand the lead to Nick Alford. Now Daniel Simmons is going to have to make a pass to get the win.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Nick just got into his stop real good, got those tires real quick, and they gassed him. He had a great stop there.
So a big pit stop when you needed it here. It's going to hand Nick Alford the lead. Daniel Simmons in second. First time somebody other than the 06 has been leading here. Ben Tracy in third. Richie Coy in fourth. Atkins and Bartell 5th and 6th. And you got Fetter Place and Knopf 7th and 8th. And actually 7th and 8th. That's your battle for the last position here. Let's see what happens on this restart, though. The pace car's off. We're getting ready for a restart with 42 laps remaining here at Martinsville. Still a ways to go, but we're getting down to it as they enter the restart zone, waiting for them to fire off. There goes Nick Alford with a great restart. The 06 is going to drop in behind. Oh, a little almost contact from the teammates as they head into one.
Man, and Richie Coy did not have a great jump there. He still was able to maintain fourth, but definitely did not have a good start. But man, Nick had a hell of a start.
Oh, the 19,
spins.
Richie Coy around all on his own. Caution is out. That'll send the 19 to the rear of the field.
He's going to blame me for that one because
you said his name.
I was just talking about him.
Desperation is starting to set in for some of these guys, I know.
Sorry, Richie. But
great jump from Nick Alford. Daniel Simmons is going to have to do something to try to get this lead back because on these restarts, these guys wanted these restart zone restarts here in iRacing, and boy, does the leader have an advantage here. And are you going to see it here on these last couple restarts?
Yeah, I mean that, especially too if you've had a lot of practice doing these restarts, so it's pretty good. And we know Nick has been up front. I haven't had a lot.
Are
of practice.
you talking about practice?
Yeah. Well, when you're practicing the green flag stops or the starts, in that restart zone, it's definitely an advantage for some of these guys.
Well, I think Nick's been practicing the stops and the starts. The stops on pit road got him the lead, and the restarts there, you just don't want to spin the tires.
Well, that could have been the stop that won the race for him if it goes. I mean, and I hate to say it, but we're down to 38 laps right now, and it's going to be these laps that they're clicking off. Daniel's led so many laps. He's going to have one more shot right now to try to get this back. Unfortunately, Richie Coy is going to be pushed all the way to the back of the field. I'm just trying to think if Daniel does not win this race, who's going to be? Who is it going to be? Who's going to get knocked out?
Nick would move into that spot because if he wins, so he would move to second regardless.
Well, I think Brandon and Jamie would probably be all right then.
Third and fourth, I think so. But man, would I love a fairy tale ending to this one. I guess it could go either way. These guys are going to be put in a pressure cooker though. We are getting down to 38 laps to go here at Martinsville. Again, your season on the line. The 06 of Simmons needs to win to get in. Nick doesn't need a win, but a win would be nice to kind of secure his spot. We'll see what happens on this restart. 33 of Ben Tracy right there as well with Jonathan Atkins, TJ Bartell, Brandon Fetterplace all in play here. As the pace car pulls off, we're going to restart with 37 laps to go here at Martinsville as they come off turn 4. Green flag is out, and we are off.
Man, Nick gets that run. Daniel dives right behind him.
He's got to love that he's got a teammate there in third to kind of make sure there's no pressure into turn 1 there. That one's home for third, though, as Jonathan Atkins and the 33 of Ben Tracy are racing hard for it, side by side. Actually, Atkins going to pull ahead. Drives off hard into the corner, too far.
Oh, Dixon spinning in the back. They're 3 wide.
Oh, 3 wide down the back stretch. And there's a spin.
Jamie gets collected as well. Oh, man.
And Fetterplace, too.
I got to look to see what happened to Richie, too. It looks like he almost lost it avoiding that. He avoided the 34 of Fetterplace. No harm, no foul there. Wow. Oh, my.
They were 2 into 3 doesn't work down the backstretch. So let's just say it that way. Let's see what happens this Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay. Something happened to Brian Dixon to start with. We'll look at that.
Yeah, he was off in his own island, Brian. But yeah, the real action happened way ahead of him.
Going off into turn 1. Dixon just sends it off into the corner, gets loose. That happens, and then whatever happens with let's rewind this and see what happens with Atkins and those guys. Atkins is high off the corner, and is that Brandon Fetterplace, and who is that below him? TJ Bartell?
TJ.
Oh, and the 48 just piles into it, and the 34's got to have a penalty for pit entry.
Oh, man. No.
Yeah. Didn't he slide through pit road?
I got to go back and look at that, but oh man,
The sandwich down in the, and then just pile drive. Yeah, he definitely
he
is
did.
Gonna, yeah.
Yep. Jamie, I'm watching Jamie too. Jamie was able to hit the brakes before he got to the yellow cone.
I saw that too.
Wow. Good move on his part. He locked her down.
I just don't understand that on the backstretch. You're 3 wide. You're gonna have to give. There's got to be room for 3 cars, right?
Yeah. And unfortunately, though, too, Jamie got a piece of the 34 and kind of hit that inside wall pretty hard on the left front. Man, these are guys. They were in the three spots that we thought we were just talking about them, and they might be able to continue.
Oh my goodness. Well, you talked about things getting interesting at the end. Well, they sure are here.
Yeah.
Right on board with the 19 Akoi. He's trying to thread his needle through here. Oh, the 34 comes out of nowhere. And he avoids all of it. Up to 6th spot.
Yeah, he's back up to 6th right now. Unfortunately, Daniel Simmons is going to have another. Well, fortunately, I was going to say Daniel Simmons is going to have another shot at this to try and get by Nick here. Got to make that restart work here.
32 laps to go. Still got time. Don't need to do it immediately, but still 32 laps to go. 31 at the line. Coming through 3 and 4, getting ready for the restart. Green flag is out, and that Nick Alford machine gets a great jump into turn 1.
Yeah, Ben allows his teammate to kind of get down there. I know Ben's probably rooting on Daniel. He wants to really get Daniel up there, but does he got enough juice to do it? Here comes Richie Coy, too. I thought he was going to go right through the 57 and the 33 on that entry. Wow.
Daniel really pressing the issue, trying to get back to Nick Alford here. Meanwhile, the battle for third's on. And Richie Coy looking for somewhere to go. But the 06 is starting to chase down the 98 of Nick Alford. He's going to have to find something here.
Unfortunately, Richie's got a wall. He's got to try to break through here, too. He's got his teammate and the 33 right now. Oh, almost giving the bumper to the 33 there for a second. Atkins lets Richie go by, so Richie takes over 4th right now. He's kind of back where he was earlier, trying to get by the 33.
Up front, here comes Daniel Simmons on the back bumper of Nick Alford. Nick fades low on entry, trying to avoid giving that inside line to Simmons. Oh, Richie Coy in the wall again on the backstretch.
Wall riding right now, losing tons of spots. I almost, that to me looked like a bad shift.
Oh, Daniel Simmons spins around. Off turn 2, caution
man.
is out. He loses it off turn 2. And we're going to reset this once again. Things all going haywire here at the end of this race.
Well, you could tell everybody's they are on the edge of their seats right now.
I'm on the edge of my seat. What's going to happen next?
I'm trying to look to see what happened with Richie Coy. He actually shifted into 4th, and it got loose going into 4th, which is very odd.
Let's go back a lap or 2 before. Let's see what happened to the 19 Coy. It's right on board. Is this before or after? This is after.
Yeah, he was like a lap before Daniel.
All right, let's ride on board with the 19 here. Trying to chase down the 33, gets into the corner. Coming off the corner. It was a late shift. I think he missed the shift or something, and when he did shift, it kind of shot him to the right. Does his best Ross Chastain impression through 3 and 4 and keeps going, but
yeah.
Then whatever happened to Simmons here? Just loses it off turn 2.
Yeah, Richie's looks like he's getting a little damage fixed here.
I'm not sure what happened. Just did he hit the gas just a little too early, and it comes around on him?
Yeah, kind of what it looks like. He did pit though, and he got tires right now. So
and Fetterplace coming out of pit road as this happened too, serving his black flag for pit road entry there when he slid through the entry of pit road. And he's back out there, so this caution comes out probably a little too late for him to really salvage that, but see what lap 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fetter Place is mired 3 laps down, so his chance of actually getting a lucky dog is probably not going to be viable. I got the 48 now coming down pit road.
Well, they're coming to. Pace car lights are off. We're going to get a restart here.
I am just, I don't know. I kind of gave up on trying to keep points right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick Alford looks like he's in the catbird seat as far as that goes. There is not another chase contender. The closest chase contender after Nick Alford, who's leading, is Richie Coy, and Richie's sitting in 8th right now.
And he's got damage. I mean, you saw that. Oh, my goodness. All right, so Nick Alford's going to lead him down here with Ben Tracy now on the outside, challenging him for position. EJ Luna, Jonathan Atkins, and Brian Messer, your top 5 coming into the restart zone. Green flag is out. There goes Nick, and we are green.
The only thing that could save maybe the 34 right now is the fact that, some of these other guys are just in the back. I mean, you got Dan Simmons back there. Jamie Knopf is back there. Jamie Knopf actually, he's 8 laps down now. Did he get another penalty?
He is on. Oh, we got another spin off the corner. Brian Messer goes around. Caution is out.
Yeah, Jamie's definitely maybe just too much damage because he is definitely 8 laps down. He's in the pits even right now.
Jeez. You got Jamie Knopf in the pits. Brian Messer. Laps down.
Well, Brian Messer is actually
Brian Fetter Place. Laps down.
Fetter
Brian
Place,
Messer
3 laps.
spun that last run to bring out a caution. Mason Hoffner will be your lucky dog, unfortunately. So Brandon Fetter Place didn't even get a lap back from that. Richie Coy was bleeding positions on that restart. He's down to 7th. Oh my goodness.
The one guy that still might actually be able to pull this off is, like I said, Daniel Simmons did get tires. I don't think he's got any damage. He's running out of time. I mean, we're under 20 to go here, and he's going to need hopefully have another caution or 2 to maybe kind of work his way up there. But even so, when he was side by side with Nick, he was struggling even trying to get around Nick.
You got to be you got to manage your expectations here too. Let's go back and look and see what happened to Brian Messer, by the way, while we're riding around. There's a contact. Nope. Jumped the curb. Hit the curb off turn 4, and it turned him right around. It's right on board here.
Yeah, that inside curbing, it's worse than hitting the apron on a 1.5 miles. I'm not going to lie. It's such a tall curb.
Especially with these low profile tires, man. It's a huge curb to try to climb over there.
Yeah, a huge curb to climb. Yeah.
Yeah, these tires don't have much spring in them because there's not much sidewall, so pretty stiff. Yep. And so when you hit that, it's just like it's going to bounce you up the track, or at least bounce you up in the air. Alrighty, well, we're getting ready for another restart. Hope you guys out there watching are enjoying this. This is entertaining, to say, I guess, the least. Although these guys out here are stressing out about their point situations. Let's see if the 98 of Alfred can have another solid start. Got a new guy on the outside, though. Jonathan Atkins was able to find his way around Ben Tracy. Atkins now in 2nd. Green flag is out. Atkins gets a great start. He's going to end up beside Nick Alford into turn 1. He's going to back out of it and try to get a run off the corner.
He clears him. Yeah, he actually was able to match Nick's energy really well there on that restart. So definitely he's probably had a little bit of practice.
All right, well, Jonathan, we'll see if Jonathan can do anything. Or just he's smoking to turn 1 here.
Well, we saw him a little bit off pace earlier and, kind of letting some of these guys go. But I think with, not contenders really behind you too much, you're probably just going to maybe go for the 2nd place here.
There's Daniel Simmons trying to work that eyesight. He's working around the 19 of Richie Coy around the top. Or no, he's behind Coy, sorry. That's the 81 of EJ Luna on the outside. Here comes, Daniel Simmons trying 3 wide. Richie trying to block it. And Richie gets sent. Now the 06 of Daniel Simmons around as well.
And EJ gets caught up in that, man. All right, another yellow. They were pretty much 3 wide going around EJ as well, so they're definitely. And I know Daniel had a little bit fresher tire, but man, the tensions are high right now, to say the least.
Go back and look at this once again here. Best one tire all the carry. Instant replay. We saw it live. We were watching them. Looks like the 06 gets a good run off the corner. The 19 below the 81 there. Looks like the 19 moved low to block that move. The 06 says, no, I'm coming through. Unfortunately, takes himself out in the process. And the 81, just an innocent bystander, saying, what are you guys doing around me?
Yeah. He's like, I'm just out here just kind of riding around.
And the 22 acting as a medical car. Went up there to check on the 06, but everything's all good.
Well, yeah, now the 06 actually behind his teammate, the 48. Although I'm sure the 48's gonna, he's back on track. He's still, he's 12 laps down, so I'm sure he's gonna eventually have to release that, relinquish. That's the word I was looking for. That position.
I really can't believe the two of those guys decided to do that off into the corner. The 06 and the 19. I really can. I'm just going back and watching this, and just my initial reaction is,
I can. 20 to go. And stakes are everything right now. This is your whole season.
You both just wrecked.
Well,
how'd it work out? How'd it work out for you?
I know. Sometimes you got to throw stuff at the wall, see if it sticks, and sometimes it's the two of you that stick to the wall.
All right.
Yeah.
Get the one to go once again. It's going to be 10 to go when we get the green flag here. Again, Atkins doing a good job of matching that speed of the 98. The 98 might need to switch things up just a little bit here on this restart. We'll see if he does. But Atkins was doing a good job in matching his speed and matching that restart energy. Heading off into turn 1, he was side by side, but he's got to watch the 33. He's going to try to fill that gap. And now you got TJ Bartell up there as well, but Brian Dixon, pace car is off. Getting ready for a restart. Again, 10 laps to go here to finish this one off here at Martinsville Speedway. Green flag is out, and we are racing.
Well, Nick definitely got a better jump. Jonathan gets right behind him, though, fills that spot in front of Ben Tracy.
You got to get around off the corner as well. Jonathan Atkins right on the back bumper of that 98. Oh, the 98 kind of throws a little bit of a late block there. Checks everybody up. We got a wreck behind him. We got
another wreck.
Big mess behind him.
Yeah, Nick kind of disappeared there, too, for a little bit. Probably threw off Jonathan a hair. I believe it was the 51 again was involved in that.
He was involved, but there's a list of guys that are involved. Better Place, Messer, Lane Allen, Mason Hoffner, J.C. Evans. Let's go back and look at our best one tire all here. Instant replay.
Yeah, EJ's in on that one as well.
Back up and see, is this what happened in front? It's like the 51. The track turns down. The 06 tries to fill a gap and turns the 51 around. 34 into the inside wall hard.
Yeah, sadly, Brandon was, he's still 3 laps down, but he is the recipient, well, would have been the recipient of the lucky dog, but he did have contact there. So I'm not exactly sure who's getting it, if anybody's getting it. Maybe the 22, if he got there clean.
So much chaos. My game can't keep up. Right on board with the 06 of Daniel Simmons here on this replay. Sticks on the ad, never was going to work, but sticks on the inside of the 51, turns him right around. 51 kind of lost the bottom there, but yeah, that was a hope and a prayer move. And again, like I said, you might make it to Phoenix, but A, you're going to have some people mad at you. B, you're going to have maybe some penalties to deal with. So, you got to think
this has been a rough week, a rough end of the race here. I mean, it was going so nice there in the beginning, and one caution kind of changed all that. Now everybody's desperate, and I think we're at 16 cautions, 17 maybe. It's a lot of cautions.
Let's see if it says that somewhere.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the graphic to come up. I know you can't see it because it's too small. I'm half blind. It is 16th caution.
It's embarrassing.
Well, they are re-racking and stacking again.
Sure thought we were better than this. But anyway, here we go once again. Leader Nick Alford, Jonathan Atkins again on the outside. Front row remains the same. Ben Tracy, Brian Dixon now third and fourth with Richie Coy in fifth.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Green flag is out. Ooh, Ben Tracy did not get a good jump.
No. A lot of evasive. Oh, wow. Jeez. There goes Daniel Simmons on the new tires. He's worked his way up to third, it looks like.
Oh, my goodness. Is he charging right now? The 06 Simmons. Oh, we got a car right in front of him. Caution is out. Oh, it wasn't TJ Bartel. Brian Dixon.
He was, well, Dixon was in there, and then, TJ as well got kind of caught up in all that.
Daniel Simmons up to third. Oh, this next restart's going to be fun. All right, let's go back and look at our replay here. See what happened to the 03. 03 goes in the corner, just loses it in front of the 06. Unfortunately, takes, I think, TJ. Was that TJ he took up to the wall there?
Yep, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, TJ trying to avoid. And yeah, we've already seen that Daniel Simmons is willing to do about anything.
All right. Well, we got a new guy in chat, though, too. Nappyhead. What's up, guys? I'm not familiar with who Nappyhead is, but what's going on? We're just getting ready to finish this up here. We'll probably have about 7 or 8 laps to go here, fighting for the playoffs. A lot of crazy stuff's been happening. You might want to rewind about 30 laps to see what's been going on here. Daniel Simmons, now, just so you know, he's got the freshest tires out of the field, I believe, at least in the top 3. So he is going to be starting on the inside line behind Nick. Will he possibly put the bumper to Nick a little bit?
Here's a question. If I'm Nick Alford, do I take the high side here on this restart and put the 06 behind the 57? Because I know I can get a good jump. Now, that's risky because the 57's been getting some good restarts as well.
Right.
But you could put a car between you and the 06 if you did that. But the 98 also needs to remember that he doesn't need to win this race. He wants to.
Right.
But he doesn't need to. And especially need to look at the points. The CCs and points matter as well.
That's right.
Oh, boy. All right.
I mean, Nick's in a spot where, could he save himself tonight maybe for the full championship by maybe just letting Daniel go? Maybe letting Daniel win this. That way, Daniel, you won't have to wreck me if I'm just letting you go. Not saying that Daniel's going to wreck him, but, we things are pretty tight right now. And Daniel's got a quick car. He's got the fresh tires right now as well.
All right, well, we are lined up. Pace car's off. Got of Alfred leading. He did choose the inside on Jonathan Atkins. You got Daniel Simmons, Richie Coy as your next row here. And then EJ Luna, Wayne Grossi. Waiting for the green flag here. Jonathan Atkins, Nick Alford. Green flag is out. And Jonathan's going to pull down and get to the inside in second behind Nick Alford.
I'll tell you, Nick kind of vanished when that restart happened, and I think it really kind of screwed the line. We're already got a yellow.
We got cars around backwards. Ben Tracy's around backwards. Wayne Grossi's around backwards. Uh-oh. I think Wayne Grossi's stuck. He's stuck on the curb. I think I've seen everything now. Let's go back and look at our best one time. I don't even know where to go. Best one time, all the carries to replay. Here we go. Watching. Oh, the 7 just turned to 33. And then the 33, our 7 got turned by the 30.
Yeah.
What in the world?
And Wayne was on the high side of this track, and he just kind of drives low to get his car turned around, and he gets stuck on the curb. Unreal.
Oh my goodness. Looks like the 7 just turned left on the straightaway. Or did the 33 come up? It's hard to, let's ride on board the 7 here.
Fortunately, Wayne had to, he had a tow because nobody was going to knock him off that curve. Wow. Unreal tonight.
I think.
But Brandon Fetterplace got another lap back. Brandon Fetterplace is now 1 lap down. If we do get another caution, I mean, we are already over our overtime, so we are in green, white checkers. I don't know if you get the lucky dog, but there is a possibility for Brandon maybe to even get back on the lead lap, maybe even make up a spot or two. He desperately needs 1 or 2, especially if Daniel can make this finish here, get this win tonight.
But Daniel's got to get a better restart than he did last time to have a shot, because he fell behind the 57. He was a ways behind the leader, so he was not really within shouting distance for those guys. But
well, Nick disappeared right when he took off, and I think that really screwed up that inside line because they didn't know when he went because he was gone.
Right, the 57's not going to be able to see when he launched.
Right, they're at that point they're just kind of waiting for the flag probably shot out, but yeah, you don't get that visual. No net Nick. All right, here we go. This could be it right here. They can get through these few laps.
All right, let's see it. Nick Alford on the front row, Jonathan Atkins in second, Simmons, Luna, and Mason Hoffner now your top 5. Wait for the green flag. There it is. Oh, the 57 spins tires. That's going to open the door for Daniel Simmons.
Yeah, he actually had a little tap there from EJ Luna. The 57 kind of repaid the EJ a little bit. Man, Daniel's trying to make that outside work.
Are we going to get to the white flag?
Richie's spinning.
No. Caution? White flag. Is it caution or white?
I don't see a yellow yet.
All right, so white flag, 1 lap to go. Richie Coy around, but we stay green. Can he get to Nick Alford? It looks like he's going to be able to do it. He's sending everything he can, but cannot get to it. It's going to be Nick Alford winning the Martinsville 250.
Wow, man. I'm more disappointed. I'm going to have to interview Daniel just because he ran such a great race tonight. Just fell so short. Almost had it.
Lane Allen finishes 3rd. Jonathan Atkins in 4th. Brian Messer up to 5th. Giving a little congratulatory bump there to Nick Alford, who gets it done here at Martinsville, gets the win. And we'll race for a championship next week at Phoenix.
Yeah.
So we know Gavin Ruff. We know Nick Alford. I don't think we know anything else.
Well, Fetter Place finished 10th. And then Jamie Knopf finished 16th. I honestly think the 2 of them are probably going to be all right because even so, Richie Coy
11th.
Yeah, and Richie Coy he really had to kind of climb up at least a 20-point advantage, and I don't think Richie was able to make that 20 points on either Jamie or Nick or Jamie or Brandon. So
and Daniel was even deeper. So
yeah, exactly.
All right, so Nick Alford. Let's look at our results here for the Martinsville Endurance Race, 24 Hours of Martinsville.
Yeah.
Nick Alford, your winner tonight in the number 98 Toyota. Gets it done for Hot Lap Heroes. Daniel Simmons comes off that 1 spot short he needed to race for a championship. Just going to miss it by that 1 spot. The 06 comes home 2nd. What a run for the 14 Elaine Allen. At one point was at least 2 laps.
Wow.
2 laps down. Comes back to finish 3rd here at Martinsville. Jonathan Atkins in 4th in the number 57 Ford. First Ford in the field. 5th spot for the 51 of Brian Messer, who was at least 1 or 2 of our last few cautions, comes back to finish 5th. Mason Hoffner, a career day for him. He finishes in 6th in the number 30. Ben Tracy in the 33 finishes in 7th. 8th for EJ Luna in the 81. 9th for the 03 of Brian Dixon. And 10th spot for the 34 of Brandon Fetterplace. Just running through these. Richie Coy In 11th spot, spins there on the last lap. Wayne Grossi in 12th after having to get towed, getting stuck on a curb. What kind of a race this was? It just kind of explains it.
Yeah.
Wyatt Huntley in the 22 finishes 13th in his first start in the number 22. TJ Bartell was up front towards the end there, but it didn't work out for him. Ends up in 14th spot. 15th for Jamie Knopf in the 48. Caught it early tonight. So tough one for him. JC Evans in 16th in the 09. 17th spot for the 3 of Fitzpatrick, who also parked it early. Ends up in 17th. 18th for Shag Curran. And 19th for the ailing Kevin Ruff, who, to be honest with you, probably had the best Martinsville of anybody in the field.
That's for sure. Yeah. Well, that one win definitely earned him the spot. And then Nick Hilford too. He's got our season C championship sewed up right now. Definitely took that lead over Fredder Place.
Well, he's got it in hand. He's still got some work to
in
do
hand.
next week.
Right. Yes. Right.
All right. Well, when we come back, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers, get their input on tonight's crazy race. And just cap things off for tonight as we look forward to championship weekend. But we'll do all that on the other side of this commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Martinsville Speedway, finishing up the Martinsville 250 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. We're going to kick it over now to our Victory Lane post-race show here somewhere. I'll find it. There it is. Sponsored by Victory Fuel. Remember to use code FTSR for 10% off your order at drinkvictory.com. You can check out and get a shirt, get a can. I'm going to need a case after tonight, but anyway, let's see if we can find our survivors here tonight. We'll start with our third place finisher, Lane Allen. Lane, congratulations. Third place finish tonight, man. What a rebound. What a race.
Rebound is the right word for me.
Well, there's a bunch of rebounding off the wall, rebounding back on the lead lap. There's a lot of rebounds. Man, you come back to third. I think at one point you were 1 or 2 laps down at one point. Got your laps back. Yeah, 2 laps down. Come back and was in the right spot at the right time there at the end and got a top 3 finish.
Yeah, the luck wasn't going, and then all of a sudden it turned around right at the end there, sure enough. I wasn't back on the lead lap, I don't think, about 25 to go.
Well, it looked like you were you weren't the only one. There were several people out there struggling with some handling issues with this car. Was it just the car? Was it the weather, the tire, the track, all of the above?
Early after my first crash, it was evidently that was all motor damage. It was only like a minute and a half, but it was all motor damage. So each time I came in and didn't get tires and trying to get that fixed, that took about 5 stops probably to get that minute and a half done. You don't have long there to work on it, Martinsville.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. And those pit stops happen quick too. We got that long green flag run through the middle there, and it kind of put everybody on pins and needles. And let me ask you this too: were you guys able to make it to the end there, or did you need cautions and need a pit stop there at the end?
I think everybody was good on gas.
Okay. Well, a little craziness there at the end to kind of get you in the third. Man, once again, congratulations on a podium finish here at Martinsville. That is an accomplishment after what we saw out here tonight. So I'm going to hand you the mic, let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah, thanks y'all. Good job. And shout out FTSR, best place to race.
All right, well, there's your third place finish tonight. Lane Allen bringing it home, P3 in the number 14 Texaco Havoline Chevrolet. Getting it done tonight. Tony, I believe you're standing by with our second place finisher, one spot short. And I know you hate to interview second place, but here he is, the 06, Daniel Simmons.
Man, Daniel, you had a hell of a night. I mean, you led the most laps, pole, win the stage. Just an incredible night. You definitely wanted to win this, even towards the end there. Just how was your night? I gotta say I'm sorry because you probably should have won this tonight, but you did a hell of a job. But regardless,
Yeah, man, I didn't need the caution where I kind of had Nick kind of pulled right there. I mean, I was just sitting there kind of riding and was still kind of pulling away from him, but I don't know. It's like here that last pit stall. I think it hurts you worse. You can't really, where we got to stay out so far right, you can't really see your box. So kind of woes you up too much getting in. And I think Nick was probably able to just nose into his pit stall before he kind of got to the corner. So that kind of got me on the pit stop there, and then kind of playing catch up after that. But needed a win and had everything going good. But yeah. Martinsville.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, you were definitely class of the field as far as speed goes, and now you didn't even need that pit. We thought maybe you guys were going to even run a green flag pit stop. You guys had enough gas to even make it towards the end there.
Oh yeah, I was going to be 4 or 5 laps to the good, so
oh wow,
good
okay,
to go there. Yeah, so I think 2 laps before that, Jamie made the comment about needing the caution, and I made the comment about please God don't let there be a caution.
Yeah.
And then here we are. So.
Well, I'm going to give you an A for effort, even though I know it's definitely not the results. I mean, still second place is pretty good, especially I think we had 18 cautions, 18 drivers, 18 cautions. I mean, it was kind of a rough night for that. Dude, you had a hell of a car, so that's nothing to be scoffed about. I mean, unfortunately, yeah, you didn't make the round of 4, but man, still, congrats. You did a really good job otherwise, and I don't know, man, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like always, man, I got to thank Jamie and Ben, kind of get me in here last minute before these races and kind of filling me in about what went on all week long. And thank you guys for putting on the league. So we'll go to Phoenix, try to win that one, and regroup, I guess.
All right. Well, there's your second place finisher. And again, yeah, man, great job. And I think we got our winner. Are you standing by him there, Brody? Nick Alford?
Oh, look, I am standing by him. Look at that. We're down here in Victory Lane with the 90 of Nick Alford. Boy, Nick, and you probably have the same sentiment. I didn't think that race was ever going to end, but you finally got to the white flag, and we finally finished it, and you end up in Victory Lane, man. Congratulations.
Man, I thought that thing was going to end under caution, 100%. I'm not going to lie to you there, but yeah, it's about damn time. Excuse my language. This precision setup, man, it was fast. It hooked up. I had a little bit of trouble in the long run trying to get caught back up to Daniel. I think I burnt my right sides up a little bit too hard early in the run, but I was saved by the caution there.
Yeah, it definitely looked like you had a quick car there. That's why I was going to make that comment that on the short run, it looked really good. And you actually were able to chase the 06 back down there on that short run. Kind of lost a little bit on the long run, but that caution that came out at the end, I knew as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, well, here we are. We're going to have this typical rush at the end, caution after caution. It's going to be all about the restarts. You made the pit stop there, and that pit stop to get the lead, I think, was the turning point of your race. It was able to put you out front. You get those strong restarts, able to get out to the lead and hold off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm notorious for not restarting well on the front row on the outside. I don't know how I can get better at it. It's just I suck at reaction times, I guess. But yeah, when I got around him on pit road, I told the guys, I said, "Yep, that's it. That's it right there, because we're going to have a slew of cautions. If somebody doesn't send me, I got this." So,
and you had to be thinking about that too when you looked in the mirror and saw the 06 was back up there too. You knowing that he needs to win.
Yeah, so I knew he needed to win. I knew he had fresher tires. He tried sending me once already. And Jonathan actually tried sending me too. So I was expecting it from both sides. So at whatever point, I'm just glad we were able to finish that on the green. There was a lot of carnage tonight. I was looking at the incident points. I think I was the only one that finished with 0 incidents, which I'm actually shocked, to be honest with you.
All right, throw it to Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, I'm not shocked. If you would have watched what we watched, although it is a good job, though, you didn't get any incidents. And yeah, I think I even said on stream too. You know, that pit stop you had at the end was probably the race-winning move right there. And you know, you were definitely able to hang on to Daniel in the long run. And you were kind of closing in. You guys were hitting a lot of lap traffic as well too, and I guess everybody had enough gas, so they didn't even need a pit stop either. I mean, just congratulations, man. I mean, it was just a great job. Way to keep it clean, man, and that's what you had to do here, and it paid off. So good job.
Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I talk about it all the time. Consistency and running clean is a good majority of how you finish these races. So if anybody's watching that's in the league, finish clean, guys. It'll help you.
Well, you know, we were talking about it on the broadcast too. We said you don't want to go into Phoenix with all these enemies. You don't want to upset somebody.
No.
You got to go fight. You got to go race them next week, you know, for a championship. And they got a lot more. You got a lot more to lose than they do. So you got to be careful about that. And you definitely did that. That's, you know, we were preaching that too. Be like, hey, you know, you still got to show up next week, and it's going to be harder to pass some of these guys if you got them upset. But I know there was some desperation out there, and that probably played into a lot of that. But again, congratulations, man, on a solid night. Now we move forward to Phoenix. Now we're looking at the points. You had a good night versus Brandon Fetterplace. You guys came in tied for the C season points. Sure, we got this playoff thing going on, but we also got the C season points, and you're looking pretty good for that. How much was that a thought, and how do you prepare for that next week?
Yeah. Honestly, I was focused on running up front and clean tonight I wanted to maximize stage points and try to get at least a top 5, or if I couldn't get up to top 5, probably a top 10. I did a few officials this week and tweaked my setup to what I needed for it. But the points, it's always in the back of your mind. You're trying to keep track of who's where, how many points they got in the stage and whatnot. But I hate it for BP tonight. He just kind of got used up a lot, and that kind of sucks. But I guess that's Martinsville.
That's what everybody keeps saying. That's just Martinsville. Well, I tell you, it was a rough one watching for sure. And yeah, I don't know. But anyway, we survived. I guess you survived the best. Like I said, 0 incidents. That's pretty impressive. 0 incidents for this race. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on making it to the playoff, the championship 4. And I guess we'll go race for a championship next week. We'll see how it plays out. But, man, I'm going to hand it to you, let you do your shout-outs and your sponsor plugs. The floor is yours.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you, guys, to y'all for putting this show on. The league is awesome. It's the only league I run now. It's hands down one of the best out there. Shout out to the Hot Lap Heroes. Without them, you know, we're just kind of working alone here. Precision Speed Solutions. They brought me on board as a house driver a couple weeks ago. And like I said, this week they've been bad fast. So gotta give it to Alex Murray, the builder there. So other than that, that's all I got.
All right, man. Well, there's your winner tonight. The 98 of Nick Alford gets it done here at Martinsville Speedway for the win. Nick, we'll see you next week.
All right, boys. Yeah, good.
All right, so there you go, Tony. It is set. The playoff four are set, and I'm actually trying to pull it up and see if it's actually set. Oh, not yet. So looks like
I think we're squared away though, because it's it's
Kevin
definitely
Ruff,
Kevin, Nick. Yep, go ahead.
Nick Alford with his win. Brandon Fetterplace and Jamie Knopf. Yeah, it would be those four, wouldn't it?
Yep, I think our four are pretty solid. I mean, it might change by next week, but I think we're all right.
I think that's your four that's going to be racing for a championship next week at Phoenix. We look forward to it. But, man, what a rough one tonight. Just recapping tonight, man, we had so many cautions at the end there, restart after restart. But Nick Alford able to hang on over a slew of competitors. I mean, he had to hang on against the 06, who was desperate just to get that win. And I got to say that I got to give him credit. He could have really, well, he couldn't have. He could have, but there would have been repercussions. But I know he was in a desperate spot, and he really needed that win, but he didn't do anything out of the way with the leaders up front there. And so credit to him for playing it the right way and doing all he could, but just wasn't quite enough. He had the 57 of Jonathan Atkins. It's got to be nerve-wracking racing these playoff guys up there too. Him not in the playoffs, but he was doing everything he could to stay with that 98 of Nick Alford. Raced him clean. Unfortunately, fell back there at the end. There's so many storylines. The 14, where'd he come from? Finishes in third.
I know.
The 19 of Richie Coy has a rough night. I mean, he was one of the top contenders coming in. He was first in practice, really fast around here, but had a rough night. I mean, of course,
Brandon, he loves this place too, and he usually runs pretty good here as well. Yeah, they kept it interesting for us all night. Even though there was the amount of cautions, we didn't have a big field either, but it was a pretty good, interesting storyline, and I can only imagine what next week's going to be like.
Well, that was the segue. So next week, we race for a championship from Phoenix. You'll see it right here on Full Throttle Television Monday night, 9 p.m., the championship finale. If you thought this was interesting, just wait till there's championships is on the line.
We'll see. 2 championships on the line.
True. Yeah. We'll see if Nick Alford can hang on, or if somebody like one of our other 3 playoff contenders can do something with him. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun because Phoenix is a unique track, and usually you have some guys that kind of outshine there. So we'll see what happens as we head off into Phoenix next Monday at 9 p.m. But that's going to do it for us here at Martinsville Speedway. For Tony Solari and everybody at Full Throttle Television, my name is Brady Hanna. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you had fun. Hope it was exciting. Well, I know it was exciting. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. And we'll see you next week, Monday at 9 p.m. here on Full Throttle Television for the championship finale at Phoenix.